Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. This is the last leg of April. Let's see how we can do in our morning strategies, the 15-minute Rob reversal, our levels. Let's see how we can try and turn around this poor April month right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. Okay, so today is Monday, April 22nd, brand new week. Like I said, we are pretty much 60, almost 70% done with April here. I would like to say I would like to just put April behind us, but that's not the attitude that I want to have for the trading day. I want to try to win these trades. I want to try to win this week, win this day, win this week, and try to at least claw back to break even would be fantastic. And fight for our next month coming up. If we take a look at oil on the left-hand side of our chart, oil has been on an uptrend, and I would say for about the last hour and a half has been on a mini decline, kind of bounced right off of this overnight open. Gold, on the other hand, has been pretty much on a steady decline all morning. So we'll keep taking a look at those markets here, getting into our 8 a.m. session in gold and in oil session 1. If we take a look at our trades from Friday, this is in gold, we get a setup at 850, close 855, we get activated into the short. This thing does go about 70% of your take profit. Risk at that point would have been reduced down to 18 ticks. This thing reverses on us and knocks us out for a loser in gold. In oil session 1, we got an inside bar at 8:10 in the morning. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger so you guys can see it. There we go. We get an activation at 8:10, 8:15 close. Get activated into the short, 25 ticks. Reverses on us for a loss in oil session 1. Session 2, we got an inside bar at 9:40, net close 9:45. We then get a second inside bar. Remember, your entry for your short and your long order stay on the original inside bar. We still use the bar to the left as our source. We get activated into this on this candle right here at 950, close 955. And this went for full take profit, 20 ticks. Nice trade in oil session 2. We also had a trade on the Rob reversal on Friday. We get a setup, well, starting from here, 7:45 in the morning. This is pre-session, no trade. We get a setup to go long at 8:30. This closes below the ADMA, no trade. We then get a setup to go short at 10 a.m., closes below the ADMA. It's the candlestick pattern that we're looking for. It's within our time frame that we're looking to trade. You take this short for 35 points. Full take profit, beautiful trade on the Rob reversal on Friday. In cash, I took this one for 70 points based on the trailing stop option with a set take profit of 70 points and still keeping my set stop loss at 35 points. So hopefully we can get another setup and another win here this morning, or I should say today, on the Rob reversal. Our eval stands at 50,125. We've just taken a lot of cuts this month, a lot of mistakes this month. But again, one day at a time, one trade at a time. Let's see how we can work this account back up. On the levels, got the Express funded account here based on the trade that I took last week through live on Wednesday off of the levels. This is the S&P, the ES. We've got a strong level right above us where price action is at 50.35. We've got on a 15-minute time frame, we've got a level at 50.41. We got a kind of a big gap here, so this is a tough area to trade for me. 50.54 extreme high. Below us, closest to price action, we've got an area that has already been tapped in by this candle right here at 50.22. So this is definitely a weaker area. I would much rather do this play right here at 50.18. Level right below it, 50.16, 50.11. I like this here for a long just because you've got clear entries, clear stop losses, in my opinion. I would probably take a long right off of this 50.18 level. If we take a look at the NQ, probably the instrument that I wouldn't like to trade today, just kind of too big of space, too big of gaps here. Closest to us is at 17.309. Below us is 17.284. We got a strong level at 17.336. And then we've got another 5-minute level at 17.236 and a strong level at 17.217. Probably the weakest out of the three charts for me as far as tradability this morning. On the YM, this one doesn't look too bad for some longs down here. We've got a strong level at 38.444. We've got a 5-minute level at 38.341, 38.317, a strong level at 38.303, and another level here at 38.277. Actually, this should be right there, 38.285. So again, the YM to me also looks appealing for a long. And then I also obviously take a look at price action leading into the open and for the probably 30 to 40 minutes after the open. Sometimes fresh levels come up on the 15-minute or the 5-minute, and those do become obviously tradable opportunities. So let's see what the market here gives us today. Looking forward to today, and looking forward to getting this back on the right path. See you guys here in a little bit.
Order canceled.
All right, so here we get activated into our first trade of the morning, which is in gold. We get activated here into the short based off that red inside bar. Obviously, the bar right to the left of it is our source bar, which is that big white up bar. That is our source. If you go all the way to the top of that source for your stop loss, it's past 40 ticks. So we automatically reduce our risk on that trade down to 35 ticks, and 35 ticks is what we're also looking for in as our take profit. Obviously, if we're looking at the left-hand side of the chart, we also are getting a setup in oil session 1. Typically, when you're trading oil session 1 and gold, many times you will have trades that are simultaneous. That's why I've kind of had to adjusted my position sizing to fit the 5 contract maximum with my 50K Top Step account here. So now we've got 2 trades going on at the same time. Gold is obviously looking pretty promising. Oil had a very nice surge right out of the gate in the way that we wanted to see. But now gold is looking like it is going to make its final push for take profit. I think I do end up reducing my risk here down to 18. Actually, no. It right as I was reducing my risk there, it did go to full take profit, so I didn't really even get the opportunity to reduce my risk. Beautiful trade in gold this morning. Now, obviously, again, my attention is fully on oil session 1. We have been in profit for a good amount of time on this trade. We did get that initial surge, which is what we were looking for. At this point, it wasn't at 70% for me to take any risk off the table. And now we're starting to get right back down to our entry points. It just seems like entry points a lot of times create resistance and support. But unfortunately, we do take a loss here in oil.
Stop filled. Order canceled.
Okay, and here is our setup for oil session 2. We get activated off of the red inside bar that you guys can see right to the left of our entry candle. And again, our source bar is the white up bar that is right left of that red inside bar. So our stop loss goes to the bottom of that source bar. Based on that stop loss, that is now how we determine our take profit. And right off the gate here in oil session 2, this is exactly the type of momentum that we are looking to see out of these inside bar setups. And I do know that we do have the overnight open that we were just pretty much trading right into. Again, I don't use it as a piece of confluence, or I don't use it as a filter or anything like that. I just like to see it on my chart as a reference. At this point, I have already reduced my risk here in half, as we came pretty close to 70% take profit. At this point, we just need buyers to kind of take one more step in for a strong push to our take profit. Again, they might want to retest that overnight open, which is obviously always a possibility. But feeling really, really good about this trade. Just love the momentum out of that range. And at this point, I have a pretty strong confidence that our take profit will be hit. So we'll just take a look. That's a nice little push right there. And the fact that we didn't retest the overnight open, I don't believe we do here. It tries to get pretty close, but it's just buyers are in control. Beautiful trade, oil session 2.
Target fill.
All right, so it's kind of a short session today, but just a fantastic day of trading. I mean, all around, super happy with the morning strategies. Rob reversal came in freaking huge this morning again, once again, and took a nice little trade on my levels as well, which I'll get into all here right now. So let's jump into gold. Gold this morning, we got activated. Let's take this off here. We got activated at this candle right here, which was your 815, 820 close. You would have your order to go long right here, and actually right there. And you would have your order to go short at the bottom of this inside bar right there. Get off by a little right there. And you're just waiting again for price action to determine in which direction it wants to go. Obviously here we get activated into the short. So your order to go long automatically gets canceled, as that is an OCO order. Order cancels order. And if we put our short position tool right at the bottom of this inside bar, you can see if you go all the way to the top of the source bar, it's 44 ticks. Anything that is 40 ticks and higher, we automatically reduce down to 35 ticks. Look at this arrow. There we go. 35 ticks, and we are looking for 35 ticks of take profit. Obviously, you get full take profit here on the second 5-minute candle. You also, at that point, would have reduced your risk down to 18 ticks. Beautiful trade. Awesome trade in gold. Super excited about that one. In oil. So oil session 1 was a loser. We had an inside bar at 820, close at 825. We get activated into the long. Same setup as I just showed you in gold. It's just different times that we trade in oil. Oil session 1 is from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Session 2 is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time. So this one went for a 20-tick loser, but our oil session 2 was a very nice winner. This one, again, gets activated into the long. You take your stop, you put it at the bottom of your source bar, gives you 26 ticks. Full take profit. Again, you would have reduced your risk down here to 13. You saw it in the video. I did it, I think, somewhere around here. I can't remember exactly where it was at. But again, great trades on the morning strategies. Eval sits up today, $123 there. Let's take a look at the Rob reversal. Took this one also in cash, just trading 2 micros. So this has got some of oil profits in there and gold profit in there, and that oil loss. So up $321.50 on the cash this morning, which is fantastic. Again, we get a short setup that gets activated at 9 a.m. Here is your entry. I took this one again for 70 points. So I've got a set 35-point stop loss. And now I've got the trailing feature, which would have still honestly been in this trade if you just let the trailer go. So again, there's different options that you can do on your take profits and stop losses. This has been like 3 of them at 70 points in a row. Granted, I'm taking it at a much reduced position size than I normally take. If you were on 1NQ here, you made a boatload of money. So again, great trade on the Rob reversal. Super happy about that one. And then let's get into the levels. Took one trade this morning on the new funded account, right off the bounce of my level here at 50.1875. I think the entry was right at 50.19. And small trade, just took it right back up to my level here. Actually, that was my original target, was going to be this level. I might have had it a few ticks underneath there. My more aggressive target would have been right back to my main level up here at 50.35, which would have got really close, but would not have hit it. Nor don't think I would have the emotion to stay in that trade, to be honest with you. So we got another really nice bounce off of my lower level, which I really wanted it to take as well. 50.16. You could just take that bounce either right back to 50.19, which would only have been 2.5 points, or you could have taken it up to 50.22, which is another level right here. So again, levels getting respected really well. Took the funded account, I think it was 125 minus the commission, so I'm at 110 bucks in profit there. If we take a look at the NQ, so the NQ again, the one instrument that I said I really didn't like, I wouldn't trade this morning. So we are kind of sitting in between this level right here at 17,217. We do have a major level below us at 17,142. So be curious to see what happens right there. And on the YM. So the YM did have some better trading opportunities that I saw this morning. Didn't take any trades here this morning on this one. It hit, it bounced, but then kind of broke right through. You had a level right down here at 38,204. Came right back to this level at 38,341, and then just kind of ranging in here. So again, kind of like the NQ, we might see a bounce right here off that 38,204, but I'm done for the day, man. It's 10:11 in the morning Central Time, and I'm off to work. Super excited, shutting everything down, taking the profits. Great start to the week. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone.